Hi, Robin. I'm Sydney Washburn from Salesforce. Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Hi Sydney, how are you doing?
I'm good. How's your day been so far?
It's been good, pretty busy, but I'm glad that I was able to squeeze you in. I know Abby has a lot of good things to say about you, so
Thank you so much for squeezing me in. I know you have a really packed and hectic schedule, so I really appreciate you making the time for me. I saw that you recently won the YMCA Women's Achiever Award. What did that feel like? That's super inspiring.
yeah, it's an incredible honor. I'm really thankful for my career and just like the people that I've worked with along the way. They've inspired me, and I'm just honored to win it. It's been really cool.
Yeah, so everything I've heard about you and everything that I've seen from your work at Otis, it seems like it's really well deserved and it's super inspiring for women all around. So,
Yeah, thanks for saying that. I appreciate it.
yeah, it's awesome. I also know that Otis is super international. It's a huge company. Have you ever worked abroad or overseas?
I have, yeah, actually. Traveling is one of the biggest things that comes with a job, and it's actually one of my favorite parts. I've been all over, but I would say Spain is probably one of
Oh my
the
gosh, I love Spain. I've been there. The food is so good.
yeah, no, it was delicious. That's definitely one of my tops. But yeah, traveling it's great.
Yeah, and it's awesome that
Did you
Otis.
go?
What?
Where in Spain did you go?
Oh, I went to Madrid. It was really nice and I went with a couple of friends, so I could really experience it, but that's really awesome that Otis lets you guys go. You went for work,
For
obviously.
work, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
we were able to explore and see the country too. So it was a good balance.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, out of respect for your time, we only have like about 15 minutes. I just wanted to figure out some things that you really want and need from a consumer, a CRM system, and just wanted to see how Salesforce can meet those needs for you. So are you okay if I get into asking you some questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I know your current provider right now is HubSpot. I just was wondering how long you've been with HubSpot and what are some of your current frustrations with the system?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been with HubSpot for too long,
Okay.
but I'm really focused on, I want a good quality software. I really want it to work well and not have a lot of mistakes. But my teams have been having a few issues with HubSpot glitching, and just
Mhm.
poor customer service,
I've
when
heard about that, I think.
rise. Yeah, so.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to tell you about that because you won't have that problem anymore if you switch over to Salesforce. What type of impact on employees do you think that glitching has? Do you think that it like wastes their time or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely frustrating. When it glitches,
Frustrating.
it can, frees people up, and just waste,
Mhm.
I would say overall it adds up and it would just waste a lot of time that, my salespeople could be focusing on other things. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Well, if Salesforce could promise that that would never happen and you guys would have a reliable CRM system, how much money do you think that would save you guys?
Oh gosh, probably a lot. Yeah, you're
Yes.
definitely onto
Well, because
something.
time is money in a lot of these situations, and the glitching
Mhm.
like really puts a bad taste in your mouth, like when you're on a sale. So I really get that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I know that you also said that you're interested in AI. Is there anything specifically that you kind of wanted to automate or anything that you need from a CRM system that's like going to use AI to integrate it correctly?
Yeah, actually Otis has a new 2025 goal that's really
Mm.
focused on decreasing wasted time for all employees. And so one thing I'm really focused on, I really want to know that Salesforce or how they can help us achieve that goal. And I need tangible proof for that too, because that's really
Okay,
important to us.
tangible proof. Awesome. Well, I can't wait to talk to you about that too, because we will have tangible proof for you to be able to prove that 2025 goal.
That's good.
And then my last question, is there any specific integrations just in general that you think would make a return on investment worth it for Otis?
I would say, the post-COVID hybrid office has really created
Mm.
less visibility for managers. They want to be able to see key marketing and sales metrics so that they can easily predict the future, basically, and increase marketing and sales revenue. So I would say that's definitely a big aspect.
Yeah. Well, I know the hybrid world has really changed things, so I really understand. And that's also respectful that your managers want to be in touch with all their employees. So far from what we've talked about, I have that the managers want to see the key metrics after the hybrid world. You guys have a 2025 goal that you don't want to waste time and you want to make the most of your time because time is money. And then HubSpot glitches a lot for you guys, which so you want a CRM that doesn't glitch. Is there anything that I missed or didn't cover that you think is super important?
Yeah, I mean, I think you covered most of it. I just want to make sure that we're not going to be paying so much money for just, the same thing that we already have.
Yeah, that's fair. And I will get into how this is like the biggest return on investment you can ever think of.
Cool. Yeah.
So I'm going to start with the managers wanting to see the metrics, if that works with you.
Yeah, for sure.
So Salesforce has this thing called Einstein, and you actually can see live sales analytics. So you don't have to wait as a manager for the sales report or like the marketing report to be sent to you for review. You can actually watch what's happening live. So this way you can have more of a like cohesive relationship with your team and basically just be on the same page. Also, you can make sure that things that aren't working can be stopped in the moment because I think if you don't have that visibility, you are wasting a bunch of time and you're also out of touch with your team. And I think that this just creates a way better relationship with the team and it just allows you to see things that you wouldn't be able to see before. So that's super helpful. It predicts hot leads and what's going on. You can see each of your sales reps and at what point of the sales process they're in. So that way you can manage them correctly and help them where they need. It also creates some sort of accountability because I know the hybrid office sometimes lacks that because we can't really see what our employees are doing sometimes when they're working from home. So this way you can really keep an eye on them and just make sure everything's running successfully. We also have a revenue intelligence dashboard. So this works with the sales analytics and makes it super easy for your managers to check in on that. It describes it directly and you can customize your dashboard to your needs. So say you as a manager are really interested in this specific stat, you can focus that on your dashboard. And this way you can see things and you can really understand quickly. It's super user friendly. And I think that will really help solve this problem because everyone's on the same page. You see the analytics, you see what's working, and you see what's not. With the Einstein and the revenue board working together, it's a really will solve that problem for you guys. Does that sound like
Yeah,
that's
that's really
okay?
helpful.
Good. So then I know you guys had that 2025 goal to not waste time. We actually have this thing called Agent Force, which is another AI automated system, and your sales team can really use this because it automates repetitive tasks that normally would waste hours and hours of their time. They won't have to search through their emails looking for specific people they've met with because it all will be stored.
Mhm.
And it will just allow you to understand who, or it will allow you to understand what's going on in the sales world and what leads are most important, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So basically, instead of searching through, especially in the elevator industry, I know there's a lot of manuals. I think that the AI will show the key important details for your sales reps so they can really focus on what they need to know. And then there's also this thing called sales engagement, which this basically prioritizes all the sales leads so they know, oh, for example, like say you called somebody and they already had a contract with somebody else, but we learned that a couple months ago. The engagement will remember that, so they won't even put them on your board. So they'll make sure like they can rank all the people that you're going to be selling to and rank them based off of how likely they are to like buy that and what point of the sales process they're in. So that way we're not wasting time as sales reps and even the marketing team. We're not wasting marketing our stuff to someone that isn't even interested in our products anymore, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And also something really nice is I know with elevators, it's not just elevators you're selling, it's like the maintenance of it all. So it will remind the sales reps that like a maintenance check is happening so you guys can go out and just kind of get ahead of things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's a big part of it, getting ahead.
Yeah, I think that will help or help not waste the time and just save all that time that people
Yeah.
are searching because the tedious work actually makes up for a lot of the work. So
Hmm.
your
Yeah.
reps will be able to sell more and everything and just be able to create more profit for themselves too.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I know you said HubSpot glitches at unfortunate times. Well, this is probably because HubSpot is designed for smaller businesses and Otis is not a smaller business. So that makes sense because they don't have the scalability that Salesforce has. Since
Mhm.
Salesforce has scalability, it's designed for big companies like this, and we have a very reliable interface for big companies, and we can store all that data and not be overwhelmed. So this way, when your sales reps are out, they aren't glitching and they don't have that key information missing for their sale. So that will be really helpful. And then also, there's a mobile app and it has off service. Basically, if you're off of the network, you can still access it. So this way it won't glitch. And if your sales reps are on the go or in their cars, basically, if your sales reps are in their cars or on the go, they can use that app and access it instead of having to whip out their computer. So that makes that a lot easier.
Yeah, no, for sure. That sounds great. I mean,
Okay, good.
help us
And
save a lot of time.
yes. Um, all right, so according to everything we've talked about, I think I helped you see why the managers will be able to see the metrics, they won't be wasting their time, and they can avoid that glitch. Is there anything that's holding you back, or are you ready to move on to the next steps?
Yeah, I mean, what you've said has definitely made me feel a little bit better, but I'm still, switching is still just kind of a concern to me.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about why you're concerned?
Yeah, my the employees don't really use the CRM system anyways. They
Okay.
put bad data in and they don't update it, so on. So I'm
Mhm.
just not really sure that they would want to pay more attention or that I'd want to pay more money, and the reps still don't use it.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's completely understandable, and I really get that. I think that a lot of the employees aren't using it because it's not convenient for them, and Salesforce is really convenient. And if you sign the 2-year contract, we can give you 2 free training sessions so that your employees can really learn what Salesforce can do for them and how to use it successfully. So that way they're not feeling like it's like repetitive and just annoying if they're actually appreciating it. And we also have a really friendly interface that's super easy to see and direct so that they can really understand and they can personalize their dashboards. So that way it's like they can make it their own and enjoy it. So I think that will really help with that issue. Does that make, does that solve that issue for you?
Yeah, in that aspect of things, sure.
Okay,
But
good.
I'm still worried that my employees just aren't going to be happy with it.
Okay, well, is there anything more about the happiness aspect that you're concerned about?
I'm worried they're gonna be mad that they have to change CRM systems
Okay.
again because, they just learned HubSpot a few years ago
Mhm.
and it's still pretty new and I don't want to make them have to change again.
Yeah, that's completely understandable, and that shows that you're a good manager, a good boss, because you really care about your employees. But I will say that they will love it because it will be their best friend. It'll save them time. They'll make more money and more income because they're making more sales. They're not wasting their time. It will be their best friend. It's like they have an assistant. I think we could really describe Salesforce as their personal assistant because who doesn't want a personal assistant? Like it will
Yeah.
make their process a lot easier and it just will can make things more convenient for them and they'll just be making more money. So I really think that if we pursue this, that they will enjoy it. It might take a little bit like the adaptation phase, but we do have that the training program that will really help with that.
Yeah.
But I can go ahead and send you the link to the training program information if you are all set on everything else and are ready to commit for that next meeting.
Yeah. I've got so much going on this month. Can we just talk about it in July?
Unfortunately, the deadline for your contract is May 1st with HubSpot. So I think that this is something that you might have to prioritize. I'm not sure if you were aware of that or not, but I think that if you sign with Salesforce, we should do it soon so we can set up that follow-up meeting. And I think that it will really help prevent Otis from falling behind its competitors in the industry because all the other people are going to be working with AI and generating that time that you guys won't be having. So I think that you guys will be falling behind and losing money to the other sales reps who have already had all that information and kind of just the knowledge of their customer because they'll have more success with the meeting overall. So does that kind of
Yeah, you make a good point, and I was completely unaware of our upcoming deadline. So thank you for
Yeah.
reminding me of that. Yeah.
Well, you have a lot on your plate, so I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But according to the success of our conversation, I think that are you ready for me to go ahead and send over that link to you?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I can't wait to meet with the team for the next steps, the sales team. I'll go ahead and send you that email and make sure that you get that information. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I can't wait to keep going with this and see where this takes us.
Yeah, sounds good. Me too. Thanks, Sydney.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.